Welcome back into Fox with the Live. I'm Steve Bennett. We have some breaking news that's coming in. The death toll has now risen out of Melissa. We have over 40 confirmed deaths from Haiti, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and these numbers, sadly, likely to climb because when we look at this historic storm, this is the damage that's left in its wake. And so many of these communities are inaccessible still. And so we're getting new information, new visuals that are coming in. Of course, we have our team that's on the ground in Jamaica, but not only there. Melissa made a landfall in Cuba. Then it worked its way through the Bahamas, and now it is racing towards Bermuda. And so that's where we're going to take you next as we're your Hurricane HQ. We look at some of the earlier visuals throughout the day. You can see the gloomy skies and the relatively light chop on the water. The island is under a hurricane warning tonight, and they do anticipate some strong winds. Let's talk more with our Fox Weather storm specialist, Mike Seidel. He's in Southampton Parish, Bermuda, with the latest there. And Mike, of course, we've talked about the wind aspect of this, but what I think is curious is you've been there now for a couple of days. The locals kind of in tune with this and taking this in stride as well.
Yeah, sir, pretty resilient out here, and the island is too, the way the topography is. We got the big cliffs and drop-offs, so that really takes care of a lot of the surge component. And then we've got the reef around the island, but looking out towards that direction, the flashing lights are out there at the edge, about 400 yards out. But look at the white caps now coming in. So the wind is definitely transferring that energy down to the surface of the water. That's how we get waves, the wind energy. And these wave heights about 3 feet now, 3 to 4. We're expecting 5 to 8 in the reef zone, from the reef to the coast. And then beyond that, 20 to 30 footers. All that swell from Hurricane Melissa now getting set to move by here in the next few hours, probably after midnight. And the closest approach is about 115 miles. That was kind of a calculation I did earlier. It hasn't changed much. It's not exact, but it gives you a rough estimate of how far west it's going to be. Now, the winds have peaked at the National Museum, which is on the far northwest corner of the country. It's not the most northern part of the country, but it's the farthest north and west, and it's elevated and exposed. And they've now gusted to 61 miles an hour. So winds out there have sustained at 40, 45, gusts to 61. That's a pretty good wind, and we'll see if it should ramp up some more. They had a gust to 99 with the Melda, and if we get a hurricane-force wind gust, that would be 74 or higher. That would not surprise me. So we look back here at the beach here. This is where we were yesterday and earlier, and tide is going out. We've got a low tide coming up here in about another half an hour to an hour. Next high tide is after 4 in the morning, and by that point, the hurricane is long gone past the island. In fact, by sunrise in the morning, it's going to be 350, 400 miles way off to the north of the island of Bermuda. How much rain we get? Well, the models, as I've been saying the past day or so, about a half an inch, give or take, because the heavier rain bands are going to stay off to the west, and that's pretty evident on the infrared picture, Steve. You can see those colder cloud tops now have outraced the center because of the shear. And the other thing is, as I mentioned, the Bermuda Weather Service radar has been down most of October, so we can't really see immediacy where those bands are. You know, you're so used to having that great Doppler radar. And in the States, if one goes down, we have overlapping paths, so we can still cover the area. But here, you're on an island, you've got one radar, and when it's down, you're kind of blind. But we know there are bands out there. We just can't see them coming, and whether we get a band or not remains to be seen. That's where we get the highest wind gusts. Right now, they're still gusting over 60 without a drop of rain, Steve.
It's been a dry one so far, but as we've talked through over the last several hours, and even now, throughout your shot, Mike, you can see it really starting to enhance, and something that we'll be watching for. Thank you for the update from Southampton Parish, Bermuda. We're going to be continuing to be watching Melissa. Let's talk about